Chapter 33. Kehlani's POV. How did you get these? I walked towards the collage made on the school's wall. I have my connections. He says smugly. Jacob. This is wrong. You could get arrested. Hung up were about 15 very naked pictures of Jude. I look away, back to his face that was still the same. You have to take them down. I demand, even as she was a very outspoken person. She's mentally challenged. No one really deserves this. Kehlani. He groans, his eyes rolling. I didn't ruin this for me. Don't you care about all the hurt she caused me? And how long do you think your satisfaction will last? I shout, pointing at those pictures, and his face hardens. You can always leave, you know. I think I'll do so. I start leaving, but his next words shook me to the core. But I'll tell everyone that you were involved if I ever get caught. You wouldn't. My dad's a lawyer. And you think that'll help you? Money talks louder than connections, Kehlani. Are it disgusting? I've been called worst. You females need to learn your place and stop playing with us. He taps a button on his phone, and I can practically hear the chiming of the phones and the footsteps. Losing it, I push him angrily, causing him to fall backwards. You can't do this. I rushed towards the wall, quickly pulling them off of it, but that didn't help the whispers and the snaps that surrounded me. I only wanted to bring down one person, Kehlani. Oh well, such is life. A tilde. I didn't go to class after that. I left the school gate quickly, everyone curiously looking at me as I slammed the gate shut. I turned off my phone, already knowing that it was only about time until Jude, or Blue, even worse Draco, saw those pictures. Dang it. I groaned, kicking at a rock as I readjusted my bag. But forget about that. Think about what could happen if this were to be taken seriously. If she was to bring it to the police. Why is this happening? I walk into a store, about 10 minutes away from the school, and harshly place myself into the seat. I drum my fingers across the table, and decide that maybe calling Draco would be the best thing. About to take out my phone, I notice a lady staring at me. Her mouth was wide open, her drink idle in her hand. I awkwardly blink before turning away and looking at the screen of the currently off phone. From the corner of my eye she walked closer, and my skin pricked at me. I look up again, and saw that she looked exactly like me, except with longer hair and a taller build. Kehlani? She whispers, and I freeze as I study her face even more. It couldn't be. I've never seen her in my life. How could I even think this? Mom. Tears fill her eyes as she literally starts sobbing in the area. Everyone begins to stare, so I quickly stand and grab her arm, pulling her outside. I offer her tissue as we slow down. Her sobs turn to sniffles, until she was just quiet. I didn't know what to think, what to say, so I ensured she said the first word. You are so grown now. She murmurs, and I keep my head face down, too confused to speak. I'm sure you have so many questions I may have to spend a lifetime explaining. I'm sorry. She whispers the last part, and I look away, out into the streets, feeling my own eyes brewing with tears. I'm so sorry, Kehlani. My voice cracks. Are you here? After all these years, where did you go? I can apostrophe T. How am I even sure you're my mother? I question, and she stops. You have a small mark on the side of your navel. It's small, resembles a coconut tree. I nod slowly, and she sighs. I wish I could explain right now, but I can't. You don't know. You don't know what I had to go through with you not being here. Chapter 34. Kehlani's POV. When I arrived at my doorstep, it flew open before I could turn the knob. There stood an outraged Draco, a worried-looking Kehlani, and a comforting Blue. I'm sure I looked terrible, my eyes red and puffy, My hair messy from running a hand through it one too many times. My clothes had little stains on it from when I stopped at McDonald's. What happened to you? Kehlani was the first to speak as I pushed past them, ready for this day to be over. Kehlani, Draco calls, his heavy footsteps rapid behind me. Leave me alone. I mutter, about to slam my foot when he basically flies it open. I've been cocking you all day. I went to look for you at school only for them to tell me you never went to class. How do you think I felt? I didn't know what happened. Oh my gosh, Draco. I'm fine now apparently. That's not the point. You're not fine. Look at yourself. I just want to sleep, okay? Not talk, I state, removing my shoes. Well, I'm sorry, cause if you notice, nowadays it's not only about you. You think I give a crap about those pictures online? Yes, you were in them, but I knew you wouldn't have anything to do with that. I trust you. Now all I'm asking is for you to tell me what happened. Why weren't you picking up your phone and you're sitting here acting like you're the only one with problems? I clench my jaw. I would have told him, but no one speaks to me like that. I go home, Draco. I'm tired. I lay on my bed, twisting the other way. I can never win with you. He says exasperatedly, not wasting time to slam the door so harshly that even my heart jumps. A tilde, A tilde, A tilde. Mom is back. I state boldly as Kehlani sits, munching on a chocolate bar. Her eyes widen as she looks at me. What? You heard me. How can you be so sure? I mean, we've never met here. It's her, Kehlani. Just take my word, it's her. The room gets quiet as we sit, staring at the TV screen. What did she say? She murmurs and I scoff. She can't explain why she's been non-existent. Did she give a way to contact her? Kehlani asks hopefully. I know. And I'm glad she didn't. She wasn't there before. I don't need her here now. I bitterly grab a fistful of popcorn and shove it in my mouth. Can't you let things go? Don't start with me. I forgave you just a few minutes ago. Don't make me regret it. I eye her fiercely and she sighs, standing. I'm going over to Blue's. Once again I'm alone. I lean back on the headstand and close my eyes. Why is this happening? No one can stand to be around me because I'm so bitter nowadays, but it's not my fault. Nothing seems to go right anymore. And every time I think something good is going to happen, something bad happens right after. I'm so lost. I crawl under my sheets, closing my eyes and wishing to go off to sleep. My phone began to ring soon after and I groan, letting it. I assumed it was Draco, but it kept ringing and ringing, so I grabbed it and placed it near my ears. Hello? You are going down, Kehlani, and you're going down hard. Angelina? I sit up, waist my heart rate speeding up. That just shows how limited your brain capacity too is. Shaken up to speak. What you did is terrible. Hiding it with a frame as everyone tries their best not to laugh. I didn't look in those pictures. Standing I was obviously trying to take them down. After Jacob confronted you. I know. No, you have it all wrong. That's a few years in prison, I see. Let's see how Draco dearest will help you now once he finds out what you did.